Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Capricorn, is the number 6 and it says order. And if you see on the left-hand bottom corner of this, there's a glide for the moon. And on the right-hand bottom corner, there is a glide for Virgo. So you are channeling the energies, not channeling, I would say you are working with the energies of the moon and the sign of Virgo. Number 6 is coming through strong with this energy. Below this, it says, through structure and clarity, I create freedom, efficiency, and calm in my life. Order is empowering, not limiting. So the caution with this here is that you need to not be too rigid in your ways, Virgo, right? Because you have tendencies to be perfectionists. And at this point in time, that will block your growth. So I feel that, this energy for a lot of you Virgos, it's about structuring and restructuring your life. It's like having a routine about things, and also having very orderly day, orderly desk, orderly house, even at your workplace, orderly systems, you're streamlining processes, you're cutting out stuff that's clutter, even in, whether it's in hospitals or organization, even in regular corporate, you might be cutting out things that are not required, even when we go digital, like we get digital receipts or receipts by email, there's a cutting out of paper. So that helps to streamline process even better. We have emails, we can group and we know what email is receiving what and how much purchase was done and things like that. It creates more order. We are able to dig deeper into data. This energy for some of you might also, and especially for the Virgoans, because you're already detail oriented, that you might feel that is way too heightened right now. You might be like, literally, if you look at the picture, how beautifully are these rows aligned? These plants are just like so much structured, right? So, and above, if you see, there is like 3 symbols out there, which look like mandalas. Mandalas are also about structure, order, structured design. And below there is a brocade. If you see at the bottom, it's the needlework that's done with needle and thread. And we all know how much time it takes to do things, to craft that kind of brocade with needle and thread. It requires a lot of time, patience. And, it has to be done so precisely, right? I mean, neatly, it has to be neatly. Otherwise, it really messes with our, taste. So also at this point in time, I feel like Virgos, you will be able to get the clarity on things. Things will become more clear to you if you stay organized, if you stay structured, if you plan things well. When things are more manageable, there's less chaos. So removal of chaos in any shape or form right now is something I feel that you are trying to remove. You're trying to organize every aspect of your life. And I also feel that you're being very disciplined about it. You're following, you have a process, you have a structure for yourself, and you're doing things with a long-term vision at this point in time. I also feel that some of you might be prioritizing what you do in the day, and your focus is on things that, go the long way, that are more tangible. And you're cutting off distractions. You're trying to stay away from distractions for the most part, as much as you can, right? And also, I feel that you are trying to streamline, organize the processes. It could be process at work or in the way you balance the sheets or in the way you design systems, the way you design computer systems, or even in your personal life. There's a lot of process like this and then this and then this. And I feel that you're feeling good about it. It's bringing you the calmness that you need right now. It's bringing you the peace of mind. And it does for everybody, when the clutter is gone, our overwhelm is also gone. And I also feel that because you are structuring things, because you are organizing things, you are going to see a lot of not only peace of mind, but also you will be able to work on things, because when we remove the chaos and we have everything structured, we are not wasting time looking for things. It frees our time up. It gives us more free time. And in that free time, we can do so much more. And I feel that you will be doing so much more in that free time. That will allow you to grow in areas that you want to grow, whether it's doing learning skills or participating in your hobbies or anything that you want to do. It will free up your time. The only caveat with this is that, because you're Virgoans, you're already, you tend to gravitate towards perfectionism. You might have a strong obsession with, like things should be done in this way and that way. So a little bit of controlling tendencies could come through. So be watchful of that. Be mindful of that. Nobody likes too much controlling bosses or too much controlling teammates or too much controlling family members, right? Like we cannot have everything done according to our will. So also I feel that there is something like you might be micromanaging people, like, where were you for these 5 minutes, or what did you do yesterday, and things like that. So be mindful of those kind of tendencies. But in general, what I feel is that the improvements that you are making is going to make you more productive. And I feel that this is something that, I feel somewhere all of us aspire for, right? To have a calm, functional environment that, that gives us that clarity of mind, that gives us peace of mind. And science backs that up too. We all know that science has backed how much organization will reduce the stress and it increases productivity is not something that is news to anybody. Now, I also feel that you are also aligning yourself with nature, the nature's rhythms. Like morning, you want to wake up on time, you want to do this, that, and the third, according to time. And then you want to sleep off. When the size band down, you want to sleep. You don't want to stay up way too much at night is something that I'm picking up from this. So I'm also getting that some of you might be actually planning this kind of landscape where everything is structured and ordered, that feels very structured, like precision design kind of thing, like geometry kind of design, some of you. This would also be aligning your diet plans or some kind of diet routine or regime that you have that, you're trying to be very structured with that, or it could be a spiritual practice that you're trying to be very structured and organized with. I also feel that this could be related to finances as well. Some of you could be restructuring your finances, bank accounts, or portfolios in order to get that clarity of where you spend money and things like that. With this order card, I'm also getting that some of you are also kind of structuring your day, like this time to this time I want to work, and this time to this time I'm going to do the chores, and this time to this time I'm going to be for hobbies, and this time to this time I'm going to watch TV and spend time with my family, and things like that is what also I'm picking up. The next card you have, Capricorn, is number 58. So 5, 8, and 13 or 4 are coming through strong with this energy. Now, if you look at the picture, it's a beautiful picture. It looks like a cake to me. There is black on the left side. There is a hand which is tending to the flower in between. There is white on the other half. It looks like yin and yang, something about balance here. And the black beads to me, yeah, it's black beads, but to me, it appears like chocolate drops. It says the nectar below. It says, I enjoy the sweetness of my efforts and honor the patience that brought me here. So it's all about being patient. It's, and of course, like if you look, this also looks like a cake to me. And it takes so much time, patience and skill and precision to make cakes this beautiful. Further down it says, don't overfocus on outcomes. Find joy in the process as well. Sweetness, reward, and nourishment. Appreciate and savor the results of your hard work. So I do feel that if you see on the right hand side, there's dot, and it actually looks like bees to me. They look like bees. out here. So I feel this could be something to do with bees. You might be, looking after bees or working on bees initiatives. There's a lot of beekeeping initiatives these days in a lot of countries because they want to preserve those bees, right, for the nectar or for the honey. For the honey. So some of you could be into harvesting honey through bees. This could also be like regular harvest. You might be into agriculture and things like that. Or even craft food, because the cake is made from milk and so many kinds of milk and milk products. So some of you could be into craft foods as well. Something that takes time because when you serve, specifically if you look to the milk, it takes so much time to get the milk from cows or from whichever source you get it and make different products. It takes a lot of skill, devotion, patience, and you've been putting all of that into whatever you are doing. And I feel that it's starting to show the results, right? Show the results and you're ready to enjoy those fruits of your labor because the kick out here is ready. This person's heading to touch that, you're able to touch the rewards, you're able to see the rewards, you're able to get the recognition. This could be in any area of your life. You might be seeing some financial improvements, whether in your savings or in your growth, in your funds and things like that. This could also be growth that you're seeing in your own personality. You might be invested in taking care of yourself, self-care, some health routines, or working on some gym, taking care of your bodies and things like that. And you might be seeing that. Or in general lifestyle improvements, maybe you're focusing more on exercise or focusing on a more better diet or things like that, So that's also part of nourishment, right? So maybe you're changing up the movies that you see, the content that you read. You might be switching that up as well. Some of you, this is about, these beads are connected. I'm also getting like a network of people. You might be, enjoying the networks that you have created for yourself. Or you might be connecting with a lot of people that, are sweet. Maybe that you enjoy their company or, you're, maybe it's like-minded individuals that share their same hobbies or same ideas or something like that, maybe on the same page, sharing experiences, helping each other, lifting each other up. It could be that as well. And I'm also getting you being praised for your efforts. I'm also getting that, you're savoring what you're receiving. You are getting the rewards, the recognition, maybe promotions for some of you because you've been at it. You've been working on something consistently, diligently. You've been pouring your heart and soul into something. You could be an entrepreneur. You might be seeing growth in your company now or some profits coming or something like that, something that you've been working on for maybe months or years, who knows. I also feel that there is this is for some of you, that some of you might be working on some project which is very innovative, something which is very unique, which is very different, and something that will have a huge impact on people worldwide is also what I'm getting from this. But nevertheless, I see you in a very vibrant spirit, very happy with what you have achieved. You're feeling accomplished, you're feeling appreciated. Now it's actually time for you to savor it, to relax, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to not jump from goal to goal, but take the time to enjoy what you have achieved. And take the time to recharge your batteries, because you've been working hard. This is what I'm getting. Your hard work is paying off, but you have worked hard. It's time for you to rest up now, and these are moments, enjoy these small, it's like smell the rose moment. Yeah, enjoy the small things in life, the small pleasures, the small moments of connection. Enjoy your savoring delights. Maybe you're baking or maybe you're enjoying this kind of cake. Next card you have, Capricorn, is number 4. And it says the Emperor. Emperor is the Aries archetype, which is like initiators, leaders, builders. And I feel that you're already in this energy. We started with that order card, right? Very organized. Creating the solid foundations and structures for long-term success. If Father says here, I lead with discipline, structure, and wisdom, creating stability and growth for myself and others. And that's what this energy is about, having that authority to lead teams, not in a negative way, not in a dominating way, but through guidance, through instruction, through mentorship, and those kind of things. Maybe you are having those kind of workshops to mentor people in ways to lead and grow in companies or in communities. Now, this emperor is, we look at the carpet, it's black and white, So black and white, it stands for strategy, especially when it comes in this form. But if you see at the bottom, there's a table on which the crystal ball is there, right? It's about seeing the bigger picture in the crystal ball. It's about seeing the bigger picture. And if you see at the bottom, there's a sun and moon coming together. So sun is our soul. So guiding ourselves or being the leader, working on things that, are your blueprint that you feel connected to, mind, body, and soul. There's a moon energy out here. I feel that you are a very intuitive emperor out here, Capricorn. Right? And there is very Mars driven. Aries is driven by Mars. And I also feel that, Capricorn, I feel that you are very, very disciplined at this point in time. We saw that with the order card. That was your opening card. You have a plan in mind. You have a process, a strategy that you want to accomplish your goals. And you're taking very calculated steps to achieving that. It's just like reminds me of all the big entrepreneurs, Jeff Bezos for Amazon, how big that empire has grown. I recall the days when I wasn't even prepared to use, the services that Amazon offered because we were so used to going out there and shopping and things like that for every single thing going to the store. But this was a visionary Jeff Bezos and so many leaders like that, who have come up with so many organizations that are successful today. Steve Jobs, they could have even Angela Merkel, the German leader and things like that. So I feel that you are creating some kind of a structure, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life or with your finances and portfolios and things like that. You are creating an order for the long term. And you're staying on track. You're very, very disciplined with regards to what you're doing. Very measured, very calculated with your energy, with your time, with your resources and things like that. So some of you could be working in the law enforcement because emperors are actually, Mikos and enforcers of law. Something to do with community law. You might be creating structures that lead to more secure environments in your community that make people feel safe. And, that make people feel safe. They have a structure, a process. It could be for some of you. But I also feel that the way you are leading is different. I'm getting a very different vibe with this emperor, this emperor is balancing, it's not just all red. There is blue and there is red. Red is for action and blue is for our intuition. So very intuitive. I feel that you're leading with your heart at this point in time. I feel you're leading with your heart. Maybe you're like, you're not the traditional, kind of follow me kind of. No, you are leading in a very different kind of way. That is for those of you that are leaders in teams and community or something like that are leading in some way, that have, or maybe that have a lot of responsibility or been cornered with a certain major thing somewhere, it's a different kind of a style that you're adopting, I feel. You're not very rigid. I don't see that this as a rigid emperor like I normally do in other decks, but in this deck, this emperor is coming through as very futuristic. You might be You might be very empathic. You might be, it's like being very responsible with your authority, with your, you're applying your heart as well, so that people feel safe around you. They don't feel intimidated by you, is what I'm picking up from this. So I do feel that, of course, this emperor is very structured and will create systems and processes that will clear the chaos, that will bring organization and order. And that's what you're doing. I feel you're also very meticulous with your resources, or you might be working in government companies where you're carefully planning the resources, money, budget, and people. Because you're seeing the bigger picture. There is an eagle in this picture. If you see, you're looking at the bigger picture, like, is this investment worth it? Is this thing worth it? What is the bigger picture? I feel that you're kind of coming from that space. And if you see this emperor is crowned, I feel that this person has either been elected by the people of the city or community, or interested with the bigger task by the people that are around, whether it's Howley or it's organization or something, elected to do that, chosen to do a specific job, is what I'm getting. And the last card for today, Capricorn, you have the card which says, I know you are tired, but come, this is the way. There is renewal. Keep going. Your path is revealed. And it further says, I keep moving forward with patience and purpose. My path is becoming clear and aligned with my highest good. And that's absolutely right, because you are seeing things clearing away. You are having the clarity. This is a renewal energy. You might be, feeling renewed energetically after taking a break. It's that first phase of work, and now taking a break and then going on to the second phase. But you have the clarity. Look, there is an eye in between this lantern. You know which way to go. You know how to find your way. Whether it's, there is also an energy of shifting something, renewing something. Maybe you're renewing things. Maybe this is vows or a hobby that you had shelved for long. You could be shifting up your career, something that you had planned to do, or you could be renewing the way you do things. This is like, seeing things clearly, whether it's seeing the results, seeing the solutions, breakthrough movements, forward movement, how to move forward, what's your strategy going to be like? All of that is now visible to you, clear to you. Because, when, especially for you, Capricorn, you're the mountain goat, right? It's all about perseverance. It's about persistence. And when you keep doing something day in, day out, and planning, and, the emperor energy, organizing, finding new ways, not backing down from challenges, that's when the universe knows that you're ready to step into the next phase. So I feel that's what's happening for you. This is also clarity in your relationships, maybe in your personal life, your habits. What do you want to nurture? What do you want to keep? What do you want to transform? It could be that, some habit caused you a setback, and now you're transforming that into something, into a positive thing for you, into a positive habit, transforming that habit. Or transforming, like maybe furniture into something, repurposing things. You could be repurposing things. But whatever this is, Capricorn, you are tired. You've been investing the time, energy. You've been putting in the work. You've been very disciplined. And this is a message from, message to you, that whatever energy and hard work you have been putting in is not gone wasted. Your path forward is revealed. Your next step, your solution, your goals, your purpose, whatever that is for you, that needs to be revealed to you, is now becoming clear for you. So the first phase of that hard work is over. The results are being delivered to you, Capricorn, and now you're ready to see the path forward. Next phase, unlocked. So Capricorn, those were your messages, and these being general messages will play out differently for each one of you. Let me know in the comments below how these energies play out in your personal life or in the environment around you, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.